It's Sunday and the theme of the week is quotes, and I'm really quite cold. I'll just launch straight in because there's a lot to get through in 6 minutes. These are my favourite quotes. The first quote is by a philosopher called Friedrich Nietzsche, and it's, "When one burns books, one ultimately burns people." This is a quote that illustrates the idea that you can't attempt to eradicate a concept because ultimately it will hurt people and it will make you a fascist. People have freedom of speech and of thought and expression, and no matter how wrong you think they are, you can't attempt to kind of like do away with that area of thought. The second one is from a book called Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, and it's a line delivered by John the Savage where he says, "All right then, I'm claiming the right to be unhappy." The book is set in a kind of dystopian universe where everyone is supposedly happy only because they don't understand what true happiness is. And John is a character that comes from a place outside this perfect society, who sees it for what it truly is, which is hideous. And for me it illustrates the true meaning of freedom, which is the freedom to make the wrong choices, to be sick and ill, to commit the act of evil. But that is what freedom is. If you're going to accept freedom, you have to take all the bad that comes with the good. This one's a quote from a poem by a Welsh poet called Owen Shears. "He works with a darkness behind his eyes, understanding as he does that it's not matter that matters or our thoughts and words, but the shadows they throw against the lives of others." Now, it's from a poem called Shadow Man, which is one of my favourites of his. And I think, for me, that illustrates the greater purpose that there can be to life if you look for it. That you yourself are insignificant, but it's what you do for other people that matters. This one's from John Lennon, although it's not very well known because it was from a note that was published after he died. "I've already lost one family to produce. What? Sergeant Pepper, I am blessed with a second chance." This is about him recognising his failure with his first son Julian because he was never a proper father to him, making up his mind to be a better person for his second son Sean, who unfortunately never really got that because he was killed when he was 5. But it's important to me because it's about recognising when you've done something wrong and making up your mind to fix it. The last one's from Winston Churchill, and it's, "If you're going through hell, keep going." It's sort of one of those inspirational ones that you sometimes see on posters, but its importance for me is that when everything feels lost, like it can't get any worse and you're stuck in hell, that if you keep going it must get better, because eventually there is an end to it, eventually there's another side, and it will be a better place than where you are now. I have 3 blogs for you this week because I'm doing a non-Tumblr blog special. The first one is Antics of an Atheist, which is run by my RS class, and is essentially us taking the piss. So, link in the doobly-doo pants area. The second one is Boys Have Bladders, which is run by my friend Hannah Brooks, which is essentially what me and my friends get up to at lunchtimes and crap. The title of the blog comes from her initial assumption that because boys have penises, they don't have bladders. The last one is The Beast Within, which is run by a guy called Dylan, who I know from my primary school, who does some excellent music if you listen to him, with his band Closed Circuit Culture and by himself as well. So there's also a link to that in my pants. That's it for this week. Bye bye.